Hey, what's up, people? How is everybody out there? My name is Brett with Anvil Music and Media, where we turn research into results that matter. I'm going to change that, but um, I'm happy and excited to have you on this live video. Thank you again to my followers, my subscribers. This week has been a great week so far. It's been an excellent week. We've had time to, I've just actually gotten off vacation, so some of you all may already know I'm still like locked in, still still in the hotel, but um, yeah, things are good, man. I'm excited. A bunch of happenings, a bunch of news that's going on today, and we're gonna get right into it. I'm gonna talk briefly about some of the technology news, and looks like there's a race out there that's going on currently, and in this race, it's technology. It's a race of technology. It's a race of business, and it's a race of government. So lately in the news, everybody's been talking about the tariffs, and it seems to be the talk of everywhere, all over the place. People are in fear. They're in sort of, they're very anxious about what's going to happen with these tariffs. And if you haven't heard about it already, of course, you know you've been living under a rock apparently. But and I'll tie this into how this sort of affects and how Apple, where Apple fits into this, which is a very it's a very big picture for Apple. So government, technology, innovation, but this particular race is a race against time, and so with this happening, with all of these tariffs, apparently there's the administration um, here in the U.S. is going to be implementing tariffs on companies that have their products manufactured in other countries, more specifically China for Apple. So Apple is racing, like they're racing against time to try to they want to get all their products basically out of the countries that they're being manufactured in into the U.S. before these tariffs start. Now, the interesting thing for me is, for certain there's going to be a price increase. Like, there's absolutely going to be price increases all across the board. Companies are going to start raising their prices as a result of this. Don't get it twisted. Just because tariffs are happening externally or outside of the U.S. does not mean that prices won't increase inside the U.S. So I read I was reading an article about Apple and Apple's strategy to sort of limit the impact of how these tariffs are going to happen. And so Apple is basically, they're looking at several different strategies, and I'm gonna release a video later on this week, getting more in depth to how uh, the tariffs are going to affect Apple and what they're looking to do in the future, even as early as September. So September, we want to kind of look at that date. September is a date, or is a month, rather, where the iPhone 17 is supposed to be rumored to be released. Now, of course, we have there's so many different features, possibilities in the actual iPhone that we look forward to. We sort of look to see what's going to be brand new. And I know they're talking about the cameras, and they just, it's always about the camera, right? With the iPhone, like now it's supposed to be a camera in the front as well as the back, um, and so many other things. iOS 19 is supposed to come, and with iOS 19, there's certain features that are happening. I even saw one to where they're going to actually round out the apps, how they look on your screen, on your desktop, your screen. Going to be a more rounded feature. So some little features here and there with that. Oh, thanks so much, Zender. Yeah, please subscribe, man. Let me know where you guys are watching from. I'm in here talking about, and we're talking about really how Apple is going to, how they're going to face these new tariffs that are being implemented very soon in the next coming weeks. How this is going to affect you, how it's going to affect me, the prices of these tariffs, like what are the tariffs going to do to drive these prices up? So so apparently there are senior Indian officials that are saying Apple is rushing. They're rushing to fly at least 5 planes back to the U.S. 5 planes of iPhones. So I guess they've already been in production of these iPhones, and the iPhones are iPhone 17s. Like, make no mistake about it. But India and China are the main concern of is really Apple's main concern, and because their manufacturing plants are there, and it's going to be an issue if they continue to keep their products in those countries, because what's going to happen is the countries are going to they're going to bite back with the tariffs. They're going to basically uh, start their own tariffs on the U.S. So there's a stockpile of iPhones basically apparently coming to the U.S. In an emergency effort to reduce their prices, so that their prices are not affected, which I think is a good thing. It's a last minute effort to make sure that these prices stay what they are. So Apple apparently they currently they assemble their entire iPhone 15 and 16 lineups in India as well as China. And it makes sense, right? Uh, so we have to really kind of see where this is going. And like I said, I'm going to talk about in my video. It's going to be released Friday. I'm going to talk about how these tariffs could possibly affect us going further, even more in terms of how Apple is going to sort of focus um, the way they charge. I'm not trying to give too much information because it's all in the video. uh, I've recorded it last night, but the article here is also saying if Apple is able to stockpile enough iPhone inventory in the U.S. for the foreseeable future, then it could have it could pretty much stave off the increase in iPhone prices until the iPhone launch this fall. So I want you to be able to look. I want you to look out for that. The iPhone 17, which is coming. I mean, they still got to do business until it releases, but it's just one big. It's a big mess all over the world. Like, I don't know if you guys are watching the stock market and how it's taken a total hit. People are up in arms. There's issues all over the place. People are there that are those who are maybe trying to retire this year might not be able to do it because they've lost like money, like bukus of money. I mean, I'm in the stock market as well, so it's a real thing. All of these threats by our administration in the U.S. The stakes are high, and the tariffs keep getting higher and higher. The stakes are even higher and higher of these tariffs, and you really can't you don't want to ignore what's going on because government, technology, and the economy. These are three things that are going to be affected, and prices are going to rise. Not just in technology, because of course we know with the Apple and the iPhone, and I talked about this in the video that's coming up Friday. The iPhone is sort of a luxury. It's a necessity. I know, we use it to call and to text, but most of the features that we have on it we don't necessarily need, right? These are luxuries for the consumer, but we want what we want, and so we have to kind of be vigilant about what is going on in the world. So, but it's just funny to me that one of the biggest companies, probably possibly the biggest supplier, the biggest company of phones and computers, is racing to sort of get their product out of these countries that are it's currently. So I'm like, what are they doing? Are they upping the are they are they gonna up the production of the products and then get it out? Like how I have so many questions about what's gonna happen, but it's gonna be interesting. Um, and they're also in the midst of this. They're preparing. Apple is preparing to shake up the industry with uh, a possibly a 20-year anniversary iPhone. So 20 years is awesome. Like that puts us what 2027, maybe 2026. Uh, the first iPhone coming out in 2007, and and then here we are in 2025 and heading towards 2027. Um, the release of a possible foldable iPhone, which has been rumored for years. I don't think Apple's been in such a rush. Maybe perhaps they're thinking this thing through of what this foldable phone will look like. But we're celebrating 2 decades of iPhones, so they gotta sort of come out with something because 20 years says a lot. 20 years means a lot. It's a nice rounded number. Um, it's a long time to be in a phone business because, as we know, the iPhone it revolutionized how we sort of work and how we interact with each other on a day-to-day basis. It basically keeps us attached to the phone. The phone is like an extension of us, and that's how technology works. It works as an extension. The phone itself becomes almost, instead of it being a noun, it's a verb. The phone, the way you can describe the functions of the phone are verb related. Like these are things the phone can do, not necessarily what it is as a product. So, but yeah, it looks like the iPhone 17 is coming, and it's gonna look more like the iPhone 16. So those of you who have iPhone 16s out there, I wouldn't, I never rush to buy the latest product, especially if I have the product that was just released, or the phone or computer. I never sort of rush to purchase a phone if I already have the sort of the phone that was released the year the current year. So I think that the 16 was released last year. Correct me if I'm wrong, but yeah, it's just a lot of excitement, a lot of news going on, a lot of happenings, and these companies are they're sort of they're sort of racing. This is one big race to try to beat these the tariffs when these tariffs get released. So it's it's a lot of things happening. So I mean, I want you to stay tuned with me. Let me know in the comments your like your opinions about this. Um, I don't try to go too politically. I stay on the side of like I'm always on the side of technology, but there always are forks in the road between technology and government, and they always end up clashing or meeting at some point, at some intersection, and something has to something has to give. Either the technology outruns the policy, and it generally does each time we have a technology sort of breakthrough. The technology just it marches forward, and we try to figure out the policies and all of the things that come with the new technology that sort of the hit the market, and so we're always trying to catch up to that. So that's pretty much where we are. Like and it's so many other rumors. I mean, iOS 19. I haven't really gotten to talk about that, but that's something sort of that's in the works. We still have the integration or the lack of integration of AI, and effectively called Apple Intelligence, AI, Apple Intelligence. I've also heard it as being alien intelligence. So you have computers that are simulating the future aliens we're supposed to meet and run into. But this AI is something that Apple's going to have to try to figure this out. I don't know where they are in this process. They're not really showing their hand. They never have. They never really been transparent about where they are. But it doesn't really look like I don't see anything. You know, if you go to look up uh, AI and Apple Intelligence, you don't get a lot. You just don't get a lot. And it's Siri has been the center of attention for these products, and we just got to kind of wait and see. So I'm sort of excited about that. I want to let you in on something that I have worked on previously, and it's released. It's here. I'm excited about this, and this is a Apple guide that I would like for you all to check out if you are if you're looking for an Apple iMac, a MacBook, if you're looking for a computer of sort, if you're sort of confused about what you should purchase, what you should buy, well, I have the perfect guide for you, and I want you to check this out. This is an Apple guide to it's going to help you uh, purchase your first computer, or if you know you're back in the market for if you're looking to purchase a computer, an Apple computer. This guide is gonna be an assistance to you. A lot of times when we go shopping for computer products, we don't necessarily know, or we think we know, but we don't know what we need or what we want in terms of these sort of products. So this guide is going to help you. It's going to take you from being overwhelmed in the process of purchasing, um, becoming a consumer is is overwhelming. It's a lot of anxiety that comes with it. So I want you to check this guide out. I'm going to leave the link in the description for those who would like to purchase this guide, and it's going to help. It's just going to help you with, you know, what are some of the specs that you need if you're a student, if you're a teacher, if you're um, a producer, music related, any type of graphic arts that you're doing. This is going to this guide's going to help you to decide which type of computer, because there are a lot of specs, and there are a lot of there's a lot of marketing out there specifically for Apple products that sort of sways us in the direction of, you know, just buy it, just buy it. Don't think about it, because it's the best tech, and which it is. It's the best technology. So they have the Apple has the best computers out there, but you want to be absolutely sure of what you're purchasing. So check that guide out. Um, Also, let me know if you have any questions, any comments you'd like to leave. I got a few comments this morning. You guys let me know where you're watching from. And all my subscribers, everybody, I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Those who are watching this on the replay, you guys are amazing as well. Don't forget to subscribe if you get a chance. If you're going to watch this later on, um, you know, just stick with me, hang out with me. This is a community. We're actually doing a lot of good things, and I want you to hang in with us as we sort of dive into Apple products and this technology. All right, guys. Well, I will see you. I'll be back on Friday, and also I'm going to be releasing another video. Thank you guys again for hanging out. Those who watched the video while I was out and away, you know, I'm back now. I'm fresh. We are happy to be here, and I will see you guys in a little